Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly afternoon tea time and a card. Actually, I don't call it afternoon anymore. I just call it tea time. It's 7 p.m. here in Maine, and I know it's supper time in some areas. I'm just going to give it a few seconds. I can see you guys hopping on. Hi Lisa, hi Paula, hi Tony. Okay, I'm going to get started. I just have a few announcements. I'm coming off from a week off for Christmas break. I hope you guys had a good Christmas. We almost didn't have Christmas here in Maine. We had a big windstorm come through. A lot of people lost power. I was one of those. But we all made it. We're all good. I'm just checking you guys. Okay, two announcements. I just want to remind everyone, Paper Pumpkin, I am back to sending out monthly newsletters to all of my subscribers. I should have brought my projects for last month to show you, but you'll see them on my blog and on Facebook. I am back to creating alternative projects after taking quite a long break from Paper Pumpkin. And this month coming up, so for the January kit, Key to My Heart, there's going to also, this is cards. I don't have anything to show you because it's a surprise, but we have this little add-on that you can purchase now, so it'll arrive by the time you get your kit. This is the item number you need. It's these cute little treat boxes that are going to coordinate with the cards. There's 10 total. So I just wanted to give you a heads up so you can get these ordered before your kit arrives. And you have until January 10th to make sure you're subscribed for the January kit. Now we have two new catalogs starting on January 5th, the mini catalog. I went through some of the products with you on my last video. So if you missed it, you could just go find my previous video. These are the Bration products that you can earn for free. We have two levels. Level 1 is with $50 order. Level 2 is a $100 order. I can't show you what's inside the catalogs yet until they go live. That's why I'm using this stamp set today, just to show you one of the free stamp sets. Thanks a bunch. It's really cute. It's just a bunch of carrots. And I wanted to use one that I thought maybe people would be a little bit undecided on, but I loved playing with it. And what I did is I copied two cards from the catalog. I changed them up a little bit. But during the celebrations for the next 2 months, you guys can join the Stamping Up family. I would love to have you on my team. You get to pick a $63 value mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. You get to pick the blue one. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see. This is boho blue. Boho blue. It'll be a color, a new color in our new annual catalog. If you don't like the blue, you can pick the white one. But the great thing about it's a $63 value, but you also get to choose 175 products of your choice and only pay $129. Free machine, free shipping, free Paper Pumpkin kit. The thing I get asked the most when you join, you're just joining a discount club. You're not joining to do parties, workshops, or selling. Because everybody will say to me, I don't want to do what you're doing. You don't have to. It's just you're joining a discount club. Every time you place an order for the next 6 months, you get 20% off everything that you order. So a total value, $280 will cost you $129. So please contact me if you have any questions on this. I will mention this from now on until the end of February. I would love it if you join my team. Okay, so thanks a bunch is what I'm using today. Let me bring out the supplies for the first. I'm making two cards. So I'm using thick basic white 11 by 4 1/4 scored at 5 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and fold that on the score line. I have some new designer paper to show you, which you would have seen on my last video. This is called Country Gingham, and it comes in 4 colors. You can see there's 2 patterns on this side. Or no, wait a minute. There's 3 patterns. I haven't looked at it close enough. And then you flip it over and we get 2 more colors. I love gingham, so I love this paper. So I'm using 2 sheets tonight. This is the petal pink one. I'm going to cut that down to go on the card front. So I'm going to cut that to measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So I've got these 2 little strips left over for another project. I also have a piece of basic white. Oh, let me move this. There's a glare on that stamp set. This measures 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then we have a 1/2 inch strip of soft seafoam, a 1/2 inch strip of the new paper that I just showed you, 1/2 inch by 3 inch. I went ahead and made a bow with the linen thread. And then for ink colors, I've got soft seafoam, evening evergreen, calypso coral, and petal pink. I just want to stop just for a second to make sure. Okay, you guys can hear me, right? Because I had forgotten to charge my microphone, and I'm hoping I can see comments. Everybody loves the new blue. Isn't it pretty? That boho blue is just gorgeous. Okay, I think you guys are okay with my sound. So this is a card I copied from the Bration catalog, but I changed the designer paper and I changed the colors that they used. But look how cute. It's just a bunch of carrots, but just adorable. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, you'll notice that the carrots, let me bring that up close. Look at the carrots, the detail. So this is a 2-step stamping. Now, I'm going to tell you, when you plan a card with these carrots, plan ahead, because I find it easier. Let me just dig out a sheet here. I find it always easier to stamp your dark color first and then stamp your light, because that way you can see when you're looking for where to position your stamp, it's easier to find the dark color. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to do 4 of these. This is Calypso Coral. I'm just kind of going to just do different heights, and I'm going to turn them a little bit. It might not even be the same as my first card. Let's see, we'll do that one straight, and we'll do that one this way. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over just to show you. It's not going to show through, but I want to show you what I mean as far as stamping. If I would have started out with this color first and then take the darker one and try to find that in my stamp, look, it's really hard to see. And I mean, if I get it right, I get it right, but no, I'm off a little bit. See where I'm off right here? So by stamping the darker color first, now I'm going to do the petal pink. And I'm going to show you, see how, I hope you can see, look how easily you can see that dark lines in. I'm just waiting for my camera. Yeah, see, you guys can see that. It's so much easier to find a darker color. Now look, it's perfect. So if you decide to get this one, do your detail with the dark color first. And I even have a camera in front of me and I can still get it. So look how much easier that was. Okay, now I'm going to bring in soft seafoam and this branch image. I'm going to do 4 of, actually I'm going to do 8 times because I'm going to do twice without re-inking. You'll see that it's very, very light. It just adds a little bit more of a 3D look by doing the light colored ink. Next, we're going to bring in this little branch image with evening evergreen. We're going to stamp right over those. So you can put them right in the middle of each leaf. My carrots are not even positioned anywhere close to my first card because I was doing it sideways too. Okay, now I need to do my sentiment. That's where the 1/2 inch strip is going to come in. Now this is 2 stamps. So I'm going to start out over on the right with a bunch. And then I'm going to do the thanks and leave a little bit of space in between both. And then I'm just going to bring in a paper trimmer and I'm going to cut that at an angle. Now we can assemble the card. Look how easy that was. So the first thing, the designer paper is going to go on. I like to even it out at the top because if it happens to be short, you can always cut the bottom off. And that's perfect. Let me get my dimensionals. So this carrot on the back was just to show you how much easier it is to stamp the dark ink first. That makes sense, doesn't it? How many of you guys do that? Sometimes it's better to try it out on a scrap piece to see which one comes out easier for you. Okay, there's that. Now we're going to do the designer paper. And I'm going to let it hang out over on the left side. Then I'm going to bring some glue dots in. I'm looking for my bow. I moved everything. Oh, it's right here. I kind of shoved everything off to the side. You know how I always do that. I'm going to put this right in the middle. I made big loops on my bow and I'm going to glue it at an angle. And then we're going to glue this strip with dimensionals. So next week I'm going to focus on some Bration designer paper. I've already got the cards all done. Okay, that goes right there. And that's card number 1. Look how cute that is. Just a bunch of carrots, but it's just adorable. Okay, now let me set up for card number 2. And I don't need these inks. Here's my card. Okay, now this time I gotta check my inks. Okay, I need these 2 new ones, Crumb Cake and Pumpkin Pie, and I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen. This is the Open Weave Evening Evergreen ribbon. I've gone ahead and done 3 of the little carrots ahead of time. So again, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. This is also a card that I copied from the catalog, but I changed up the colors. This time I'm using, I think this is mint macaron. Whoops, wrong cutter. Okay, we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And again, I'm going to glue that to the front. I hate color covering. This is my favorite. I am so into reds lately. Okay, here's the top of my card. Even at the top. Perfect. Oh, before I show you, let me give you the measurements. Get my ruler. This is Balmy Blue, 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. This is just a scrap piece of white for stamping. And then Crumb Cake, 3 1/4 by 1 1/2. And let me show you the card. They had a bow up here and some other stuff going on, and then I added the dots on the background. I added a few things to this one. But again, just a bunch of carrots, but look how cute. Everything's coming up carrots. So I just need to do 2 more carrots. Pumpkin Pie. And I really don't need the whole carrot because I'm covering most of it, so I kind of just stamped off on the edge. Let me stamp another one. That first one didn't come out that great. And all I did was leave a little bit of white. Just hand cut, no punch on this one. No punch, no dies. Very easy to cut. So I got 5 of these total. And you're kind of just building a little garden. How many of you guys have gardens in the summer? I had to actually stop doing my vegetable garden when Dave was sick, but I purchased, what do you call those? Raised gardens. I purchased some raised garden beds. I'm going to try my hand at those this summer. Now this is torn, so I'm just going to start at the top left, tear towards me, and just try to get that rough look, the rough torn look. You could always use this one for another one. And I also added some little lines here to make it look like dirt with crumb cake ink. That was something they did not have on the sample. I added this myself. I just thought it added a little bit more to the whole concept of the card. I'm just going to add this like 4 times. So look, just those little lines, how much that adds to it. Now the way I added my carrots, I flipped this over, I added glue around that edge, and then I took all of my carrots. This one doesn't want to flip over. And I'm going to start in the middle, and I'm just going to tap. Just do different heights. That's too much. I don't want it going in a line like that. I'm going to have to cut the end a little bit. Okay, then I'm going to do one there and then a tall one. Okay, there's my carrots. Now another little trick that I used a pencil. I don't want this to be even right now. I want to bring it down about 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to make a little dot where each carrot top is, because even though you see pencil marks there, when I bring this up to where it needs to go, it's going to cover those dots. So now we're going to add our little carrot tops with the evening evergreen. So I'm just looking for my little pencil line. And I do want to make them different heights. I made the middle one really, really tall. Okay, and there's number 5. Next is the sentiment. I'm going to put that right at the top. And then I need to add those little loopy ribbons that you see here. So I'm going to flip this over onto the left side. I'm going to put 2 strips of adhesive. And I'm just going to cut 2 short strips of ribbon. I just kind of eyeballed. The one on the top is a little shorter than the one on the bottom. So I'm just going to place these here just for now. I'm going to add another layer of adhesive. And then I'm going to fold this over. Okay, and there's my little loops of ribbon. Really easy. Okay, let's see what else we need. So now all I need to do is glue this in place. So now I'm going to glue it even with the bottom. It's going to cover those pencil marks. But this one looks kind of funky, right? Because the stem is so tall. That's where this little one comes in. I'm going to add another one right there. Whoops. Let's see if I can fix that. There we go. Now we're going to add the little dots with crumb cake ink. And that's this image right here. I'm just going to go down diagonally. I'm going to do the same thing in this corner. And I think I'm done. I've got that, yes. So now we're going to do dimensionals. And for those of you watching this on Facebook, I'm going to draw a name tomorrow for both cards. For those watching later on YouTube, the drawing is always held on Facebook, so you need to find the Stamp and Ink Designs group on Facebook and join us. And I will have a new activity posting soon for January. I can't wait for you guys to see it, a group activity. Let me move all of this over, and there's card number 2. So there's my little garden of carrots. And then this one is the little bunch of carrots. And let me bring the stamp back in. So when you guys get ready to order, if you like this set, it's number 160816, free with a $50 order starting on January 5th. If you have any questions, make sure you comment, and I'll go look at all the comments when the video's done. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone, and I will see you again next week with some designer paper cards. Have a good night.